I took a train to New York the other day, and it was about a three and a half hour train ride. I love the train. So I was reading the news on the internet, and I was also reading the newspaper, and it was really just filled with terrible stories of countries where there's oppression and tyranny and crime and lack of human rights. How people suffer all over the world. People literally are being slaughtered in their sleep. And it seems the world maybe half cares. So I was very frustrated and very, very upset by it. So I get off the train and I get into a taxi and I tell the taxi driver where I need to go for the meeting. And he's driving me, and he has a very heavy accent. He's obviously from a foreign country, and I asked him how long he's been in the country, and he says 6 years. And then he starts complaining about the traffic and how it's the government's fault and what a terrible government, and look at the traffic here, and the traffic shouldn't be so terrible, and it's all corrupt, and the police. And I said to him, you know, there's really terrible things that happen all over the world. And people live in places where there's no human rights, and they live in poverty, and they fear for their lives each and every night. I said, this really is a great country. Think about all the people who've come here, refugees, that America has taken in so many, and the freedoms that they have, and the opportunities to prosper. For sure it's not perfect. And I went on and on about what's going on in Syria, how they live in India, the life is like in Argentina, and where I've traveled and I've seen poverty that you really only see in National Geographic magazines, and the horror that's going on throughout the world today. And I thought I was maybe winning him over. And he said to me, yes, those are terrible things. But if only the city here would understand that they could make the traffic better. And he just kept going on about the traffic. You know, we're like the taxi driver too. We forget. We forget how blessed we are. That we're living in unbelievable times of posterity and freedom. We really are so blessed. Sometimes we are frustrated and anxious and concerned about what goes on in the world, and we feel helpless. What can we do to help? Well, at the very minimum, what we can do is count our blessings and realize how fortunate we really are. Please, don't forget. I'm Lori, Almost Life.